everybody, and thank you again for joining us for another MBCC conversation. This one is different. Action. It's an MBCC conversation with action. I'm Boneng from MBCC, as you hopefully know. I'm with Andre today. Andre is the owner of Andre's Taekwondo Academy in Node. So the reason why we decided to do this today is because, well, one of the reasons is the rise in gender-based violence, and we thought it important that women have skills, even if it's basic, to just get out of sticky situations as fast as you can. So just a note that these are not for you to go and try and think that you can be a Jet Li and kick people down. This is just enough for you to run away and get to safety, okay? Just put that out there. Please ask questions. Someone will be monitoring. If you've got anything that you want to know, any move that maybe you wanted to find out, advice on how to get away from certain places, please do ask questions. Okay. Andrew, thank you for your time.
My pleasure.
You well?
I'm very well.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Tell us a little bit about why you decided to open a Taekwondo academy. Why Taekwondo versus all the other ones that are there?
So,
judos and
no, it's a very, very good question. And so what happened, I started martial arts in 1992. My first martial arts was karate, so Shotokan. So yeah, I started Shotokan back in the days. Unfortunately, my instructor wasn't great. He was a drill sergeant, he was a coolie. So and the sad part is you still get all of those guys out there. You get amazing instructors in all different organizations, and you get the not so nice guys. And unfortunately, back in the day when I started my journey with karate, it wasn't a nice experience. Crying, going home, crying, all that. And then eventually an amazing instructor opened a gym in 1995, Taekwondo gym in Ermelo, where I'm from. And yeah, we started, I enjoyed Taekwondo there and all that, and then I started working for him, and eventually in 2016 I decided, you know what, I need to spread my wings and start my own thing, or underneath ATA, so American Taekwondo Association, and take it from there. So, and since then we were just busy growing and
I like some of the values of Taekwondo. Can you mention like top 5 that you like?
The top 5?
The values.
The values. Oh, there's so many different values. So we love our life skills because our organization emphasizes a lot on life skills. And my favorites, like top 5, I would say perseverance. Perseverance, never give up. Discipline is number 1. Obviously, we all need to be disciplined in some kind of way. Not the old ways when in the old days when you get disciplined. So we can't do that. So discipline is like teaching, is like just how to be disciplined, how to be focused. And I think those two are going really well. And then obviously courage. How many people out there don't have courage to stand up for what is right? And then obviously confidence is the number 1 on my list. With you have to believe in yourself. And if you don't believe in yourself, you're not going to achieve anything in life. So that's my top 5 there.
And then for people who do come to the gym, what safety precautions do you guys do just before they get in here?
So yeah, like you discovered just now, I mean, it's like scanning and sanitizing, and it's like writing down all the details and the symptoms and all that. When they train at the gym, I'm not sure if you guys can see, but we've got our blocks on the floor. Unfortunately today, because we're doing the live seminar, we're going to have to get a little bit closer so everybody can benefit from that. I know with a mask you guys can't really hear that well, so break a little bit of the rules, but just for today. But most of the time when we're here at the gym, we have to wear our masks. If you have to show any symptoms, we ask the parents to stay at home. If you come in here without a mask, we unfortunately had it this week that we had to ask the kids to, sorry, you're going to have to go fetch your mask first and then come back. So yeah, we need to take everything serious.
Cool. I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Alrighty, now.
Learn how to kick.
Oh man, okay, so there's a lot of things that we're going to do. So a couple of things is, so I'm gonna work with you. So I'm gonna try to stop looking at the camera. If I need to look at the camera, it's like and take because you're my student today. And I know you guys are too, so I'll once in a while pop my eye over there. Okay, so what I want you to remember, and also at home, and whenever you drive, when you walk, when you're in a bar or something like that, you have to go with your sixth sense, and that's your awareness. If you feel that you are not safe, get out of the situation. Don't stay there. Because don't say, oh man, let's see what happens. No, that's the wrong attitude.
Some taekwondo moves. I can handle this.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's like in my life now. I know there's guys like, I know all these guys teaching martial arts and never been in a fight and all that. But with my awareness, I didn't have to be in a fight.
You don't have to be in a fight.
Why do you have to test your skills?
Yeah.
There's competitions and all that to test your skills. Like, go for that. But why must you be in a situation where you might die? To try to prove that you're good.
No, we're not on that.
No, definitely not. So today is all about being aware and also making sure if you're in a certain situation to get out of there. That's why we've got that at the back. So there's a crate with a surprise in there. So that's for a little bit later. And now you will not be ready for that, but that's for later. Okay. So I'm going to put it in my bag off the wall, and then we're just going to do some basic drills. And take it from there. So first of all, number one that I want to make sure that you guys know, when we get angry and tense, our first reaction is like, oh man, I'm so angry. But that's the most wrong thing that you can do. Because when you tense your fist and you in a situation where you have to defend yourself and you punch someone and you punch them wrong, you're going to break your knuckles. Because you don't have years of training. Even boxers that wrap their hands and all that, doing a boxing fight, hitting one wrong shot with all that power breaks their knuckles. So you don't want to do that. You want to be safe. You want to still be able to use your hands, scratch, do a palm heel. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to do some palm heels. So we're not going to do punches. Now, also something that you can remember, especially the ladies, I see you got like a ring on there.
Yes.
So when you feel yourself in a dangerous situation and you've got a wedding ring on or something like that, you have to turn your ring inside out. Because if you have to slap someone with that ring, you'll scratch them.
Hurt them. Okay.
So just make sure you get a little bit more damage, but obviously you don't want to kill someone. You don't want to go that route.
Also, no one makes you angry. Anger is a decision that you choose to react.
Oh no, definitely. Definitely. Okay. So from here, you're going to open your hands, and I want you to twist your body, and you're going to push like you're going to hit. Yes, and then you're going to hit me as hard as you can. So you're almost like pushing me backwards. So I know I'm a little bit heavy, but oh, that's a nice shot. Let's go. So let's do 5 each side. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll pretend to move just. Okay, so other hand. Okay, let's go.
This is weird.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was good. It gets better the more you do it. See, practice. So here's something I learned recently from a brilliant master in America. He said, practice don't make perfect. Practice makes permanent. So the more you practice, the better you will get. And then it's, definitely. Okay, so now this time, I want you to double up.
Okay.
Alrighty, so let's go. 1. Oh, nice. 2. Yeah, feel that power. 3, 4, 5. Woohoo! Man, that's nice.
This is a workout.
So, imagine this. We all, in our life, had a ball in the face. Playing basketball, playing netball, rugby, whatever it is. Getting smacked with a ball in your face, it really hurts.
Yeah.
So your eyes start to tear, you can't really see what's happening and all that. Now, that's the same with a palm heel strike. So if you're in trouble, your first reaction must be, don't hurt me. So be the victim, because then they feel power. And so we'll go through a little bit self-defense a little bit later, but this is my ready position. If I'm standing like this, you're going to know what's going to come. But if I'm standing like this, it's like, please don't hurt me. I'm ready to strike. I'm ready to defend myself.
And no one can see, because you are almost seeming like a victim, like, I'm trying to protect myself, but then I can
Now there's also different ways. Now self-defense doesn't happen overnight. So don't go and take all this as like, hey, but now I know everything. No. There's so many things out there that works. There's no right way or wrong way. If it works, it works. So obviously, if someone is trying to attack you, you go like, no. If that's a gun, you're getting your hands up. If it's a knife, you go like this. Because if the person tries to cut you, you don't want to make your vulnerable parts available with the blood flow. Because if they cut there, you'll die.
Okay, so it's better.
Yeah, you better want to get cuts here. But obviously, number one rule, awareness. You never want to go in that situation. If you're there, you're too late. Okay, so next part. Palm is to the nose. And so nice. So then, obviously, if someone puts you against the wall, grabbing a choke or something like that, if a person is standing far away from you, you can keep them between the legs. That hurts. Doesn't matter if it's a male or a female, it hurts. So I want you to do the kicks now. Are you ready? Okay, so from here, I want you every shot to try to go higher. So first start soft and then go harder and harder. And let's see where we end up with power. Ready? Let's go. 1. Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, come on, harder now. 9, last one, come on, go, go, go. Yeah, alrighty. So, if we take, with the first kick she did, it was soft. Even that kick will take the man down. So you don't have to be powerful and strong and all that. You just need to make sure you know where to hit, where to kick, all that. So obviously when you go to the face, there's 2 things to remember. You can go for the eyes, so poke the eyes, scratch the eyes, do the palm. It depends on which situation. But you want to quickly, now when someone attacks you, they don't expect a reaction. So the minute, now if
they see themselves as more powerful than you to begin with.
Definitely.
Okay.
And your biggest weapon is what? Wait, what do you think is your biggest weapon?
My hands, I guess.
Your hands. What do you guys think? What is the biggest weapon? Let's see if we get some responses. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to ask you to check if you get any responses. What is your biggest weapon? Let's see.
Running. 6th sense. No.
Oh.
Because already someone is attacking me. I have no idea.
So, I'm going to give you 2 minutes. We're going to quickly do the next one. And obviously, if you in close contact and someone's pushing you against the wall, can you still do the kick?
Surprise.
You can't really do the kick.
Surprise.
Oh, maybe. I'll tell you guys just now.
Okay.
So, it's a knee strike. So, you can do actually a knee strike. So, from here, I'm going to bend over a little bit. And you're going to just bring your knee up as hard as you can. And you're going to hit that. Ready?
Are you sure?
Yeah, go for it.
Wait, I'm okay.
Yeah, you're going to do a knee strike right here. Go. 1. Go. 2. 3. 4. 5. One more. Yeah, so if someone's holding you or pushing you against the wall, obviously remember hands up. If they want to choke you, it's better to have your hands up because to block and all that. And then from there, you can do the knee strike, you can scratch the eyes and all that. Do we have any responses yet for what's the biggest? Oh, your mind. Oh, definitely. You have to make sure you keep your cool in any situation. The minute you lose your cool, you lose the fight. But your biggest weapon is your voice. Because what most people don't do, and this different is different from person to person. Some people, when they get a fright, they go like, and they don't know what to do. So you're going to have to learn to be confident, to scream. And that's why martial arts is so good, because you come to the bag, you're going to hit the bag, you're going to go, and you're going to just get that emotion out there, and that's why it's so good to hit a bag, man. Just by doing that, I feel good. Alright, so, your voice. Because the minute something happens, and I want you guys to make sure that you guys are very, very aware. Now, I can carry on the whole day talking about self-defense, showing you guys amazing stuff. But if someone tries to pull you into their car, something bad's going to happen to you. And that's when you're going to have to scream, kick. And you're going to have to make sure that don't just usually when I work with the kids as well, you usually see them playing and screaming, help, help, and it's like everybody thinks it's a joke. So you're going to have to make sure you are more specific what's happening. So if you're specific and says like, help, someone's trying to kidnap me, and it's like scream crazy, and it's like scratch and get out of that situation. If you get loose, you run. You don't stay in the fight. Doesn't matter what belt you are. Doesn't matter what self-defense or Krav Maga or whatever you have behind your name. You be safe first. That's number one, because you might have family and all that behind you. So that's number one.
Is there a way to stand? Because like as I was doing the knee kick, I was off balance. So if I'm not trying to, knee kick and then I'm like also falling, that won't be effective.
That is a very, very good question, because when someone attacks you, are you always ready?
Okay, no. But at least I can be.
But there's a couple of things. If you stand here, that's why the minute I was earlier I was standing up, I was standing like this. I got my strong leg in the back, so I can do whatever I need to do there. So I was like there. So don't stand like that. But if someone pushes you against the wall and you're standing here against the wall, you're going to have to learn to fight from there. And that's why it's very important to learn to use the same basic in different scenarios. And then you can get out. Now, I'm going to quickly teach you guys something cool. You can practice with your partner. So from here, if someone tries to grab you, strangle you, let's say for example, my wall is down there, you're not close to the wall here, and I'm here and I'm pushing her backwards. Now you got a weak point and a strong point. Now if you look at my feet, this is a weak point. This is a strong point. Now if they push me back, weak point, and the minute I put my foot down, that's my strong point. So what I'm going to ask you, let me just quickly move this back. Okay, let me just re-sanitize my hands before I grab something. Alrighty, let's make sure we stick to the rules. Okay, so if you push me back, let's quickly move back there a little bit. So I want you to push me, and you can see you can push me there. Now push.
Okay.
See the minute I put my foot down, that's my strong point, and we can see that you are stopping right there and there. So I want you to do the same now. Let's just quickly see, how far can I go back? Right here.
None.
How far can I go back?
You can go back a little bit.
Okay, so I just want a little bit of space. If you can quickly move closer. So if I push you forward, now when you go there, the minute your legs bend, are straight, it's weak. If you bend your leg, it's strong, because you push more weight on there. So try to bend it and see, now right there, I couldn't push you back anymore. But now what I want you to do is, and this is something we don't know. It's very important asking questions. They teach us this from grade 1, or actually in the nursery school. It's like, ma'am, I've got a question, right? And this is part of self-defense. So right there, when you step back and you got your solid stance, I want you to push out your hand. Oh, but outside.
What do you mean? Push it out.
No. So from there, you're going to just lift your hand up. Only one. So only that one, yes. Okay. Now if you do that, I want you to twist your body to the side. So obviously, whichever leg is at the back, so if that leg's at the back, you can't lift this hand up. So whichever hand is in front, because then you want to twist that way. So let's quickly come back a little bit. So if I twist you back, lift up, and then twist. Now from there, you're breaking the link. So you don't have to be macho man and it's like strong and all that. You just need to do the techniques right. Okay, so let's quickly try that. Okay, ready, go. Woo! So I'm going to go a little bit stronger this time. Just flip your hair back so I don't pull your hair. Okay, go. Alrighty.
That's so exciting.
So the higher you lift your hand, the easier it is. Because sometimes if they're right there and you don't, could you do it with a bend arm? Do it with a bend arm. Go, 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 push, 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 push. Oh, I'm much stronger there. Now lift up your arm as high as you can and twist.
Okay. I see, because then I actually moved my whole body versus just the arm was from the side.
No, definitely.
Yeah, okay.
Definitely.
That uses the whole body.
Yeah, you're going to have to make sure you use your whole body. So obviously there's a couple of things as well that you can do from a hand grab. I see you don't have anything on that hand, so I'm going to grab that hand. Usually doesn't matter. Bad guy's not going to, and don't negotiate with your bad guy and say like, but I haven't practiced with this arm, grab this one. No, you can't do that. So my strong hand is my right hand, so I'll probably go grab her here and try to pull into my car or wherever. And then you have to learn to defend yourself, right? So a couple of things is, first of all, if you're not feeling safe in the situation, get out of there. Now, a thing that you guys can have to remember, 2 is better than 1, right? So 2 hands are better than 1 hand. So if I grab 1 hand, I probably will get out of there. If you grab this hand and hold as tight as you can, so if I do the technique right or wrong, I'm stronger than her, I'll get out, right? But if I'm stronger than her, and she needs to do the same thing, she's going to have to make sure, and you're going to have to make sure you know what the technique is. So from here, I want you guys, let's really go a little bit closer to the camera. So I want you guys, can you focus on my arm here? So if I'm grabbing her, let's really use that hand for the camera. If I'm grabbing here, you got 4 soldiers and 1 shoulder. Which side's the strongest? Obviously 4. So you never want to pull the arm down, because you're actually putting me towards you. You want to go a little bit to the weaker one. So obviously, first of all, you're going to have to do your distraction. You want to do that. So you can kick, scratch, or whatever. But for this exercise now, I want you to make a fist. Grab your fist. And then from here, you're going to pull and swing, almost like hitting a baseball bat. You're going to pull and swing to that side. Boom, right there. So you can bend your arm, use your shoulder, use your hip, and get out of there. Now, there's a reason why I say that. So let's quickly come back this side. So if we here, and she pulls that out, go. Boom. Now, what do you set up for?
What do you mean?
You are setting up for something good.
Yeah.
Let's see. So pull, freeze. In this position right here, what can you do?
I can kick you.
Are you sure?
I can run away.
You can run, okay? But there's something very important. Right here, you got your elbow. So if you pull back right here, you step, boom, and run. Doesn't matter where you hit, as long as you hit.
I've never had to self-defend.
That's why I say stay away. There's too much stuff to remember.
Run, stay away.
But that's why I say it's like practice makes permanent. Remember that one, right? So don't think, oh, I know self-defense from watching something. No, definitely not. Alright, so let's quickly do that one again. You ready? And go. Boom. Hit my hand. Hit my hand. Yeah, hit my hand. Okay, let's see. Go.
Okay.
Good.
Ooh, this is difficult.
Okay, let's see. Go. Oh, so you can
But then
preferably hit the
you.
face.
So does it depend on close I am? Because from where I'm standing, I wouldn't reach you. I'd have to come close.
Yeah. If you're close in the situation and I'm here, I pull out, go, and I'm coming closer, then it's good.
Yeah.
But if you're over here and you've got enough space to run, you run. So pull out. So I'm a little bit further. It's like, now I'm trying. And what's your number 1 weapon?
Voice.
How loud can you scream? Alrighty, good job.
My daughter should have been here. She does a good job.
Oh, no, definitely. Okay, so that's very important. Now, if I use 2 hands to attack her, what
You
then?
use 2 hands.
I use 2 hands to grab you.
Grab me.
So obviously, you remember your distraction, so you can go for the knee, you can kick. If I'm here, it's better to kick to the groin, because I don't have anything, you can even scratch, or you got 1 hand free to actually hit my face and go all that. Oh yes, no, definitely. So from there, you can distract, because the minute you're going to kick me, I'm going to go, oh. And then from here, when your hands are together and someone grabs you there, you're going to do the same thing. Remember, it's just the basics, different scenarios. You can grab your hand at the top. Now you have to remember, from there, there's 8 fingers at the bottom, 2 fingers at the top. So that means the top is the weakest. So if I grab your hand, let's grab that hand for a change, and then you go over and pull up. Up. you're not even going to think about hitting the person's nose. You're going to think like, I need to get out of this situation.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit more realistic there. Okay, so let's go. Go on, and run. Alright, so, like I said, there's a lot of self-defense out there and all that. But what if someone's got a gun? Okay, just to make sure at home, I'm not going to shoot her. It's a rubber gun. So training gun, it doesn't have a trigger, it doesn't have a magazine. So, and make sure when you do this, don't go, oh, but my husband's got a gun, let's practice this. No, please don't. Okay, so.
Don't try this at home with the real gun.
If you take your child's toy gun or you.
No, I understand why they always say, don't try this at home.
Safety first. And no, not the gun safety on or off. You don't
Just
use the gun for. Okay. So, a couple of things to remember: if someone's pointing a gun to you, they want something. If they're not dragging you into a room or say, "Come with me," they don't care about you. They want something. So either they want your phone, they want your wallet, they want your car keys, or whatever. Now, this is something that obviously from person to person that it's your choice. Do you want to stay and fight and maybe die? Or do you actually want to live? And you know what? Anything in life can be replaced except your life. So this is something that you guys must really remember. Because if I have a gun and I am here, right here, and she's trying to do something from that distance, she's dead. If I'm here, even worse. The further I am, the worse shot you have of defending yourself with a gun. But if I'm here, I'm in your personal space. I might want to do something to you. You fight for your life. But it also depends on what the scenario is. A couple of things to remember. What is your ready position? Or your vulnerable position? Or your ready stance?
My ready stance.
Like, oh, don't shoot me. And act, man. I know that everybody can act. Shed a tear. I've got family. I've got 200 kids I need to feed. And it's like, act. Cry. Because that's going to make me feel even stronger. And this person is weak. And then obviously, you need to make sure while you're crying that you have a clear mind. What does this person want? Oh, he wants my wallet. He wants my phone. You give it to them. So, from here, I want you to point it to my head. So, come closer. So, you're in my personal space right here. So, from here, the first thing is, if I touch her arm, the trigger will pull. Because then you got all your senses and stuff. You touch slightly, even brush it sends a signal to the brain. And then you're going to fire, right? So, from here, if you quickly come a little bit closer, I just want to make sure I'm in the center of the camera. So from here, you're going to step to the side, and at the same time, you grab the gun. Now, there's still a bullet in the chamber, so that bullet will fire. You're going to burn your hand.
Ow.
But that means they can't fire the bullet again. It can't reload the next bullet in the chamber. So from there, you're going to go pull down, push back, and then if you do it strong, you're going to not just grab and pull slowly. You're going to hit it down and push it back as fast as you can. So that's what I want you to do now. If you do this with the safety gun and you got a rubber gun lying at home, don't put your finger in the trigger. It will break. So hold it at the end because it's practice. You don't mind breaking the bad guy's finger. Okay, so from here, so hands up first. It's like, what do you want? Well, I just want your car keys. And then you give it, right? Oh, I just want your car keys, and you just try to defend yourself. so that's why you're going to have to make sure. I'd rather, if something happens, someone points a gun to me, give them what they want. Live another day. Okay, but for now, I want to...
What you're saying is that if the person is too close, that means it might not even be a car keys, they might be a life.
So if you feel, I'm going to die today, if I don't fight for my life, you fight for your life.
Okay.
But if you feel,
like I can
this guy...
the keys and then you can go away. And I remember you mentioned something about you can tell the difference by someone who's holding a gun and not used to it shakes.
So if this is someone's first act of violence, or they want to steal something, or they usually shake because they're very nervous, because they don't expect or don't know what to expect. You don't mess with that guy. He's trigger happy. He's like so nervous, you go poof, and he shoots. So you just slowly give him what he wants, unless it's your life. You don't give your life. You fight for your life.
We're fighting for our lives here. You only do this move if you're fighting for your life.
Okay, so slowly go through this. It takes a lot of time, so obviously from there, step, grab, pull, and push, so you can even step towards in there. So if you're there, and I'm here, you run. Because the chances I'm going to have with another gun is like very slim. Okay, so let's quickly see. So from there, so don't step forward though. So if you step forward towards the gun, you're going to get shot. So you want to evade. And also, when you do this and you practice and you get yourself in this situation, hopefully I pray to God that you guys never do, that you guys are going to have to make sure whoever's behind you. Because let's say you are defending your family and your family is standing behind you. Now you're doing this. The bullet's going to fire that side and it might be someone else.
So you sort of read the room, the situation.
Always be aware of your
surroundings.
There we go. Okay, one more time. Like you can see, it will take practice, and practice makes permanent. Okay, so let's see. I think I would have shot you there.
I thought I was fasting.
So your head is coming to the front.
Oh, so I'm sideways.
So yeah. So step, there we go. But also step. Use your whole body, not the back leg. So you want to step and evade. And that's why you see in martial arts, when we fight, we go like up, evade, and then kick or something like that. And self-defense works in the same principle. So step and evade.
Step, and then
so if you don't grab that with a tight grip, I can pull it out. This is and it's scary, even to know it's a fake gun. It's like, oh man, there's a gun in my face.
No, that's true.
Alrighty, so I mean, obviously, there's so many other different ways of grabbing and all that. So another one that I want to just go through is a knife. You've got a better shot surviving a gunfight than a knife fight. With a knife fight, you're probably going to get cut all the time.
So if it's close proximity, if the gun is close, you've got a better chance of surviving a gunshot than a person who's close to you holding a knife.
Because if I'm here and I'm coming, it's like, okay, give me your money, or it's like, come with me, or something like that, then there's all the little twists and stuff like that. That's why I say there's so much to do. And we can't learn everything in one day. So that's why I want to make sure that you guys got a little bit of the basics. And obviously, if someone wants to kill you, they're going to come and stab you. So what do you do in that situation?
With the knife?
With a knife?
Well, the first thing would be to protect myself with my hands, I'm assuming.
That's definitely the right thing. And obviously, you don't want to walk into a knife. You want to more or less step back. So from here, if you got the knife and you coming towards me, your first reaction must be this. Go. Stab me! Okay, let's go. So go a little bit faster. Your first reaction will be, whoa! What's happening? But now I didn't block anything there, or I didn't stop it. So you can still carry on and just like stab. If someone wants to kill you, they can come for you. Okay, so from here, if you go stab, I want you to almost grab the person's wrist. And then from there, you're going to have to, because this person's momentum is coming forward. So from there, you're going to pull to the side and run. And use your number one weapon. What is that? Your voice. You need to draw attention. The minute you draw attention to yourself in that area, people are going to check, oh, what's happening? Because I've seen so many things, like something's happening in parks, like people are like, oh, what's happening? And so you draw attention. So when there's noise and stuff, so from here, step back, block, and then obviously you're going to pull very, very hard all the way. Yep. But also, you want to almost not pull me back, you want to pull yourself forward.
Ah, so I'm using you as a force
Yes.
to push myself. Okay.
So, boom.
Okay, I see that. But I need to grab.
Yeah, you're going to have to grab a little tighter once again. Practice makes permanent.
Okay. Alright. This is a lot, so. Okay.
Yeah, that's why it's like.
Okay, so if I would stop here.
Then,
Okay.
that's why. You don't want to stay in a knife fight.
Mm.
If you get cut there, if you catch wrong, you're going to cut open your palms. But it's like, will you survive?
Because actually it's easier to pull you while you're coming forward because you're in a weak stance. So it's easy for me to pull you away while I'm running that way.
90% of your attackers never had martial arts background whatsoever, or self-defense or whatever. So they don't even know how to hold a knife properly or a gun properly. So they're just going to come and like, alrighty. So, yeah, so that's the one thing I want to do today. And then earlier I said that I've got a surprise. Now, I see our time is still good, so I think it's a good time to do that now. But there's a lot of time that you need to maybe do something to get up, right? So I said right in here, I've got a surprise for you. Okay.
I hope it's not a snake.
Oh, definitely not.
Oh,
Definitely
I
not.
don't know why I
Well,
thought
let's
that.
just get that more out of the way there. Okay, so from here, what if someone ties you up with a rope?
Yeah.
What then? Doesn't matter what rope it is. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to make a knot in this. No one's going to make a nice knot like that. It's going to be tighter. Right? Okay, I'm going to give you that to untie for me, please. Let me grab another one there.
Sure.
Yes, say that. You need?
I thought I'd need like something to. I actually would have used my teeth generally, but.
Okay, before you break a nail, stop right there. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you to show me how close I can come here. So I want to show the guys there at home what to do. So right here. So if you got a very tight knot there, and it's very tight, right? Either you're going to have to use your nails or something, but no one taught you ever how to untie a very tight knot. So what you do is, obviously, think about in this situation, your feet is tight. Your feet's tight together, and you need to get this knot out. So from here, if your hands are like this, you want to start playing with the knot. So you're going to twist the one end and push the knot. So you're going to push that forward and twist it the other way and push it. And twist the other way and push it. And you're just going to keep doing that. Over and over and over. If you get it the first time right, that knot wasn't tight enough. And you just keep doing that. If that doesn't work, then you start playing with the other side. And you go back and forth. And if that doesn't work, you're going to go back to the other side. Till eventually, you can twist it back and forth. And you can see here as well, by doing that, the knot is getting looser and looser and looser until you can push the whole thing through. Did you get it? Oh, well done. And then you got it. So if someone ties your feet, that is the way to get out with that knot.
That is so cool. I didn't know that.
So cool, right? Okay, so also, if they cable tie your hands together, so that's what you're going to do. We can cable tie your hands together.
Okay.
And now, unfortunately, I tried to find my lucky thick ones. Now, you get all different types of cable ties. So I'm going to show you guys a trick or two. So from here, you got a very thick one that they probably will use. I promise you guys, I've seen some big muscle guys that breaks this. Yeah, it's possible. But for the guys that's not so strong, this really, if you're not aware, it will cut you. So if you do practice this at home, please bandage your arms or use a jacket to tie that together. And obviously you got the thinner ones or something like that. So I've got, what I want to do with you is first I want to strap you up so we don't hurt your wrists. Whoops. Just do that. Always expect the unexpected. Now, while I'm busy here, I want you ladies to remember one thing. Never take a drink from a man unless the bottle is closed. Because it's so easy to spike a drink, and you hear of so many girls that got kidnapped and all that. So never take a drink. If you go to the bathroom in a bar and you leave your drink on the counter, get yourself a new one.
Yeah.
Because that was your mistake. Don't go and, but it's money wasted. It's like, no, your life is more important than that drink.
Friends, if you can't leave it with a friend, then throw it away.
And if you go out to a bar or a jewel, never go out by yourself. Always go together as a group. Because the more there are, the less chance there is that something's going to happen to you. Always stay safe. Okay, so I'm going to use the thin ones for you to tie your hands together. So I think this one's a little bit too short, but this is a nice one to actually try. So could you put your hands together for me? So from here, now in a way I hope you can break this,
I hope so.
and in another way I hope you can't.
Really?
I'll tell you now why. Okay, that's tight, right?
Yeah.
Do you think you can get that out? It's a little bit loose, right? Okay, so number one rule that you want to do,
Yeah.
you're going to take your hands together, you're going to bite it on that end, and you're going to pull it tighter.
Really?
You're going to pull it tighter.
Okay.
Now this will hurt though. So pull it as tight as you can. And now from here,
Yeah.
you're going to take your hands,
Yeah.
and you're going to push your hands up your elbows back, and you're going to try to break it open. So from here, you're going to do this with your arms.
Okay.
As hard as you can.
Woo!
Look at that. Good job.
Oh, that was cool.
You haven't thought of that. So now, what if it's a thicker one, a stronger one? Now, that one you can do a few times. If you don't have any protection, it will probably start cutting your skin. But once again, would you rather stay safe or bleed a little bit? So, just a little bit. Okay, so, coming back to the rope part. I'm going to have to do this. I hope that this one will be long enough to tie your hands. Oh yes, oh look at that. I only needed one at the end of the day. Okay, so this one, it's not too tight, right?
No.
Because I don't want to hurt you now, but obviously usually they will pull it tighter. So what you do is, if you have shoes with shoelaces, that's the best thing you can have in the world. Now I'm going to quickly grab the other one. Now I've got a
shoes that you're wearing or socks?
Oh, these are taekwondo shoes, or very thin shoes. I like using them because it's flexible. I mean, they
They're
can
very
twist.
I would
So.
live in these shoes.
They are so comfy. So on these mats, I usually wear them. So this is a shoelace. Now, obviously, I've done this before, and what happens? The material starts to burn. Can I come a little bit closer? How close can I get? Alrighty. So the material starts to burn. So with this, you can only do it a couple of times, and then the shoelace snaps. But a shoelace can save your life if you are in this situation. So from here, when you are sitting down, so fully sit down, or something, just fully sit down, because we're going to go through this. You want to make a loop like that with your shoelace. So obviously I'm going to use the rope that we just made the knot, because maybe your shoe, after your legs were tied together, you unleash that, you maybe don't have shoelaces on, so you use the rope. So from here, you're going to just go, you make a loop, and you make a little knot at the end, right there, and you pull that tight. So if you make a one knot, that means this will be able to pull out and back in. So practice this at home. If you have kids at home, please do this because kidnapping is also real. So from here, you make another loop right there. Okay, now before I'm going to make this loop tighter, I'm going to quickly do something. And I'm going to ask you to do this for me. So I'll guide you through the steps. So from here, I'm not going to do this. You're going to try to push this through your hands through the cable tie at the bottom.
At the bottom?
Or at the top, but you need to get it eventually at the bottom. Just want to get another one.
So you want to take it through the...
Yeah, just like that. Now, you can try to pull it through. You can use your teeth to pull it all the way through. Get as far as you can. Now, from there, with your hands tied together, I want you to try to make a knot in there.
Wait, don't be fast. I don't know how
So
to
just-
make a knot.
So from there, you just take it over,
Yeah.
under, and when it's a little loop like that, you just push it back through there as well. So you just make a nice knot and you pull that tight. If you need to use your teeth and pull it even tighter, that's cool because you want it tight. And then you're going to slide that open. Now, with the little hoops, or the little loops, you're going to have to put your foot in that. So both of your feet are going to go in there. So with your hands obviously there at the bottom. Alrighty, now make sure it's in the middle, and then you pull that knot tight so it doesn't slip off.
This one.
So just slide it down. There we go. All the way down. And the other one too. Fantastic. Okay, so make sure that the rope is at the bottom of the cable tie. If it's not, you have to redo this. So you're gonna,
So it was supposed to be
it's supposed to be here. So take off the one and try to see if you can get it to the bottom.
Like that.
There we go. Then you do it again. See? Practice makes permanent. Now this is a nice core exercise. Moms, if you're at home, play the escape game with the kids. Say, oh man, this is such a good core exercise. I love this. Okay, so from here, you're going to lie down with your hands tight here. And you're going to do your bicycle. So you're going to pull it tight. And you're going to start burning that cable tie. So go. So keep forward, and pull your hands back a little bit. Pull. Go faster. Yeah! How cool is that?
That is super cool. I actually didn't think it was going to work.
So let me quickly grab that. You can quickly untie your feet there. Now if you look right here, what happens, the plastic starts to burn.
Yeah,
and then you
this is
freeze.
hot as well, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so cool.
Now obviously if that's super tight, now the number one thing is if the cable tie is not as thick as this, you go the other way.
Yeah.
But if it's as thick as this, you're not going to break that. I've tried it a few times. I can break it, but it does cut pretty bad. So
And this is hot, so wow, that's super
now
hot.
imagine how hot that is with your shoelaces. Sometimes your shoelaces are thin. It might snap the first time, and then you make a knot in your shoelace, and you just keep on going till you burn this all the way, and you are free.
I love this. It's like pearls, pearls of wisdom. I love it. Is there anyone who has a question? Just looking at the time. If you've got a question, please ask, and then we will try to answer anything that you have so far. Okay, that was fun. I enjoyed it very much. So the only thing I actually wanted to ask, so these are usually the surprise acts that you've shown us. It's like people that you don't know. Do you think that, and I don't know whether this maybe will be psychological, would it work with the person that you know?
Oh yes. If like the minute that you know that if you're in danger and you feel like you're gonna be either getting hurt or even worse, being raped, you need to stand up. Ladies, and I encourage you guys to stand up. Don't give that person what they want. You have a right. You have a right to defend yourself. You have a right to live. And that's very, very important. And the biggest thing is we are afraid. We're not afraid to stand up for ourselves. We're afraid of the consequences, what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll tell you what's going to happen when you defend yourself, and when you, if it's someone you know and you make a police case against them, you be saved. You will be stopped getting hurt.
And you teach other people as well that you can be saved.
Definitely.
Because now we've taught other people to be silent in these abuses that happen. So we can have a different language now to say actually there's people who stand up for themselves and you too can stand up for yourself.
We have a question. What do you do if someone manages to get on top of you? Like if someone...
So there's different scenarios in that as well, and it's very important. Now that's why I love so many martial arts out there as well. And Jiu-Jitsu can definitely teach you this as well, is how to eventually put your legs in such a way where you can choke the person with your legs. So you look vulnerable, you play soft, because Jiu-Jitsu is now in the beginning, if you're a white belt, you want to use all the power, but with time, you learn that you don't need power, you just need the basics and guide through there. So there is a couple of things. So if someone's on top of you, a couple of things that you can do is from here, you're going to have to try to grab onto the clothes and push them backwards and pull them behind you. So we're going to quickly try this one if you're okay. If I'm sitting on top of you, like that. Now obviously if I'm here, now the best part for you is if I'm lower on your hips, it's better for you. Okay. If I'm higher up, it's not good for you. So you want to get your elbows in there, push it against my legs. So if I want to climb up or there, then...
So I'm using my elbows as well to push in your thighs.
So from there, now obviously there's different scenarios. So from here, you're going to grab me, push your bum off the ground, and then what's going to happen, I'm going to go through. And then you don't stop. You just keep going. You push to the side, pull to the side. Eventually, I'll fall off or something like that. Now, also remember your other rules as well is your vital areas and stuff like that. If someone pushes you to the ground, and you're on the ground again, and I'm coming from this side, so I do apologize. Can I use your legs?
Yes.
Okay, and someone's pushing your legs open, obviously we know what's going to happen then. So from here, this is what you do. Kick them to the face. And you don't stop kicking. You keep on fighting. And then away from you, when you're on the ground, to stand up, that's the safest. If I'm fighting right here, and I'm kicking the person on the ground, I want to eventually start kicking and twisting my body to the side. So if I'm here, I'm going to use my bottom leg then, maybe to kick their knee. And then from here, I'm balancing right there, and I'm not going to go forward to them. I'm going to bring my leg back and run. So I'm going to show that one more time. So from there, you back, you keep kicking, scratching, poking their eyes, palm heels to the nose, all that. Start changing legs, kicking with the back leg. And then from here, support, support, keep kicking. You can hit, kick, that, and then you're ready. So like I said, practice makes permanent.
Second question, how do I untie if my arms are tied at the back?
Oh, it's different scenarios as well. Now, obviously there's a lot of ways to go have a look on YouTube as well. It is very difficult to tie your hands. It depends on with what. Now, obviously, some people are more flexible than others. They will be able to drop and then try to climb through your arms, and then you go back to that same side. If your hands are tight with a rope, you use your teeth. But it's going to be a little bit tougher. But yeah, so first of all, if your hands behind your back, drop it, go under, and climb through.
What kind of material can a person find around, maybe if there's no one watching? Because I mean, we're assuming that if you're trying to get yourself out, no one is actually watching you. So is there a way that you know you can like
From behind.
From behind.
If it's cable ties, you can also do the same with cable ties. You can go
burn it.
break it.
Oh,
So with the cable ties,
ones.
yeah.
Okay.
But if it's behind, also if you tie it, it's also very important. If you look around you there's always a lot of sharp edges around the stuff. You can go against the wall and you can scratch it like a bear's back scratch. You can try to scratch that and break that.
Yeah.
And let me just quickly grab something here. Now everybody loves duct tape. Duct tape is exactly the same as the cable ties. Because this is how strong duct tape is. I want you to pull that side. So pull backwards as hard as you can.
Okay.
Not very strong. So even if I do this, it tears. So when you go there and you can bite a piece off and you do the same motion, you will tear the duct tape. Is there any more questions we have here, ma'am?
What do you do when the person comes from behind?
From behind, now it's in different scenarios as well. It depends on in what scenario they are. So if I come and I want to grab her from behind, the first thing is grab the arm, drop down, and try to flip the person over you. So if I'm here, grab my arms.
With both my things.
Yeah.
Okay.
So drop down. Let me quickly show you. Okay, so from here, if you go from behind, the person's momentum's coming forward. You drop down, you lift them up, and you throw them. Doesn't matter how small you are, with that momentum, I will fly.
Okay.
But if you are too late, and the person already got you in that grip, and they want to choke you or something like that, then from here, you still got your elbows. You still got your hands. If your hands are down there, you grab, and you twist, and you pull, and whatever, I promise you, they're going to let go. Okay, so from here, you're going to use your elbow, you're going to hit me in the ribs, you're going to fight, you're going to step on my foot, right there.
Step on these foot.
You can kick backwards, straight up. You can use your head to headbutt back in my nose. Don't stop fighting.
Okay.
If it works,
Cool ones.
it's right.
Last one, do you offer lessons and how can they get in contact for a self-defense lesson?
So I'll definitely give all the details to you. And we do self-defense lessons. I'm busy putting a self-defense seminar together. Unfortunately, with the corona thing and stuff, it's very difficult to have a lot of people in the same class or the same group. So if you guys want me to come to your business or something like that and do a ladies self-defense course or something like that, you guys can definitely get my details from Glenn, and then we'll take it from there.
But you do, if people want to come here as well, they can come here.
Yeah. So our self-defense, we work into our traditional taekwondo classes because practice makes permanent.
Okay.
So you can't just practice self-defense, you need to get stronger as well.
So if you're just doing self-defense basic, then you would go to the different people, but you can also come, like maybe have 5 of them here, to then do a self-defense.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, we'll put all of that on our social media pages. The information, your website, your number, your location, and then people will be able to get in touch with you.
Awesome.
And everybody can be safe.
Definitely.
Thank you so much, everybody who's tuned in for this time, the morning of a Saturday. We really appreciate it, and thank you for showing us some basics. I feel like I'm ready to go. Ask me as well, I can teach you. I'm joking. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much, and stay safe. Bye.